Hello, this is B-Money, and this is my very first DVD update / collection overview video. I don't know if you saw my Tour of the Room DVD or Tour of the Room video, but I did a quick overview of my horror collection, which, you know, I went through it pretty quickly because I'm kind of self-conscious about how small my collection is and other things. Shit's bad as hell though. Anyway, I'm gonna go a little more in depth on my collection, plus show some new pickups that I've gotten, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, some of the movies I'm gonna do in the video today I've had for a while, but you know, I've let people borrow them. Andrew Kinnemer, he's had them for quite a while, so they were missing from my little collection video. Let's get started. This one's not a movie at all, it's actually a TV show I used to watch with my sister a lot, called Most Evil, and it came on Investigation Discovery, which I don't think you can get that channel unless you have Charter, and it's one of those higher up channels, like the low 100s, so one of the ones you usually go over, but sorry I burped. Investigation Discovery had some pretty good shows on serial killers, and if you're a fan of true crime like I am, you know, you'll love this show, Most Evil. What it is this criminal pathologist named Max Stone, I think. He invented this scale to rate serial killers to see who was most evil, and it's on a scale of 1 to 22. And it's really cool show. This one's 3 discs. It's put out by Guile, who that is. And pretty cool. Decent disc art. 3 discs. There. And yeah, it's a pretty good breakdown of all the different types of serial killers. Up next, I'm really glad that I got this movie at such a cheap price. I really fell in love with this movie when I first watched it, and that is Martyrs. A lot of people enjoy this film as well. It's a good old French extreme film done by Pascal Lueger. And I mentioned it whenever I did my Human Centipede review a long ass time ago. And I'll stick with what I said then. I'm not going to review this one because the plot is very delicate and there's not a lot I could say without ruining it. Beautiful fucking movie. Up next, this is starting the films that I let Kinnemer borrow that I just got back. My Blue Underground Zombie. And everyone has such a hard-on for these Blue Underground releases, but this one's pretty bare bones. So I can't really talk shit about the company because this is the only one I've seen, but there's just not a lot on this DVD, you know, pretty standard. Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Yep. Up next is one of my favorite horror comedies in the collection. It's Idle Hands with Jessica Alba and Seth Green and a bunch of other 90s guys. And I really dig these like sort of bratty 90s horror comedies, you know. Just let's see what it says here. The comedy that gives horror films the backhand. I really dig this movie. Might actually watch that later. Maybe go for a good old comedy pick me up. Up next is one of the movies that kind of startled me when I was a kid, and that is The Cell. I don't know how most people feel about this movie. I really liked it. I thought it was pretty cool and imaginative, even for the weird cast like, you know, J-Lo and Vince Vaughn, who don't really have a, you know, foot in horror, you know, aside from Vince Vaughn doing the Psycho remake, which not a lot of people cared for, but it's got Vincent D'Onofrio in it, and that's pretty good. And it was a huge movie in the late 90s, early 2000s, so I don't really know how most people feel about it. Oh, I love Coca-Cola. They only have Pepsi products on campus, so when I come home and I get to drink a Coke, ooh, it's just... And last is, of course, Saw. 2-disc edition. I mean... that kind of poses a question for me. The older horror fans, you know, that actually grew up in the 80s, did you feel the same way about like the Friday the 13th like ridiculous sequels or the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels? the same way that my generation feels about the shitty Saw sequels. If that question makes sense, I mean, someone please post a comment or response telling me if that's how it was back then. Because after Saw 3, I just started getting really upset with these films. They just stopped being good. I'm wondering if that's how you felt about, you know, the classic franchises. If you felt the same way about those sequels. Anyway, that's my last one, and please answer that question, because that's kind of bugging me. This is B Money, and I'll see you later.